As women seek to rediscover and reconnect with their power, a key part of the process is to begin to understand what drives us. Unconscious bias sits just below the surface of our conscious thought. This is a human condition. There is no morality, no ethics attached with that quick, unthinking way of perceiving the world. What we do with it, we can judge, but that initial thought, that bias, that quick thinking, there is no judgment involved in that, and it's part of how every person thinks. I believe that it's especially important for women to really understand that they have unconscious biases. Yes, we know we face them. Whether it's sexism or ageism or racism, we know what it's like to be on the receiving end of someone else's biases. However, for us, as we rediscover and reconnect with our power, understanding that we have biases that can get in the way of us being all that we truly believe we can is so essential. Let me give you a classic example from my own life. I began my business as a speaker when I turned 60. What was I thinking? The thought that was running through my mind was, I'm too old to be doing this. That was my bias, based on what I observed in my family from my siblings who were younger than me and moving into semi-retirement. And here was I starting something new from scratch. I had an ageist bias against myself that was getting in the way. It is key for us as women to understand these ways of thinking, to tap into what is going underneath the surface. And we can do this readily by a 4-step process. First of all, listen to what your body is saying. It could be something emotionally that's happening where you're feeling frustrated or uncertain. It could be a physical cue like a churning stomach. Then ask questions. What's just happened that makes me feel this way? Then look at the narratives, the stories from our childhood that we've built our life on. Do they still serve us? Are they telling us something that is no longer true? And then finally, name the bias. There's such power in naming our biases because what we name and own, we can change. We can then decide, is this way of thinking still serving me or can I let it go? So, women, we know what it's like to be on the receiving end of bias, but let's check our own because as we understand what drives us, we tap into the power that is truly our own and discover that we are superheroes in disguise.